Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Quita, and on this video, I'm going to be showing you guys my planner favorite things. So you guys know every year I show you guys all of the tools and things that I have loved over the year. It's almost 2020, so it is that time that I show you guys everything that I have used in 2019 to really help me in planning, keeping my life organized, and just my favorite planning tools and staple items that I have been really enjoying. But first, if you're new here, I hope you'll stick around and consider subscribing and also giving me a thumbs up on this video if you enjoy it. So let's jump in, guys, and I have to tell you, I have kind of simplified some things, so you may not see some things that were on last year's list on this year's list, but nevertheless, if you want to see the list, make sure to stay tuned. All right, guys, so again, this is gonna pretty much be my planner favorite things. I'm not gonna go too much outside of planning when it comes to my favorite things for this year. So let's jump right in, and it's not gonna be as long of a list as it was last year because again, I've simplified lots of things with planning and I have been kind of sticking to that new method of planning. So let's jump right in, and I'm gonna first talk to you guys about planners. So you guys know, this is a planner video, so I have to mention planners, right? So I've been pretty much sticking to a few planners. So I'm going to show you all of the planners that I have used, whether they have been early on in 2019 or late on in 2019. So planners is up first. So since this is a favorite things videos, I'm not going to show you all of the planners that I used in 2019, only my favorites. Well, that's not really fair because I did use an Erin Condren and I loved it. It just didn't fit with my planning anymore. So it was my favorite at that time, but currently, yeah. So you guys know that I am just a disc girl. So that is part of it, is that I didn't really give Erin Condren planner a full chance to prove that maybe I would like it. I'm just a disc girl. I like to shuffle things around, move things around. And although she did have her binder system that came out, it just didn't quite work for me. So we had to go back to discs. So first and foremost is the Skinny Mini. This is a planner that I just newly implemented. It stays in my purse. I'm not gonna talk you through like really how I use the planners because you guys can watch my recent video that I did where I showed you my lineup, but I'm just showing you the planners that I'm using. So I love the Skinny Mini planner. I love a good bow dangle or bow charm, some good dangle charms. That's all a part of the planner. And when I talk about planner, that's what I mean. Everything that kind of encompasses a planner to make it cute. And so first up is Skinny Mini planner. I just adore this thing. It's super cute. And then also, I might as well talk about this while I'm here, is my pen loop. This is my favorite pen loop. It is from Amazon. I adore this pen loop. I put it on all of my planners. It works so well. It keeps a tight, snug fit on the pen, which is what we need, right? Depending on the pen we use. So I love, love, love the Skinny Mini planner. It is recent to the Happy Planner lineup in terms of size. I have tons of inserts and covers and things in my shop, so I tend to stick to my stuff for now. And that has been working for me. So love, love the Skinny Mini planner. So that's first up in terms of planner. Another planner that I'm using is it's called the Skinny Classic Planner. So it is basically half of a classic size Happy Planner. Skinny Mini is half of a mini size planner, which makes sense. So again, we've got some top view going on over there. Very pretty. Again, I'm not going to talk about like where things came from. You can watch my recent setup video. I have a flip through video, and then I also have a lineup video to find out where all this stuff came from. But I love dangle charms. I love bows and things like that to make your planner cute. And so this is the next planner up on the list. And I also love rose gold discs. I am obsessed with all things rose gold. So planners, this is second up, my Skinny Classic. I also love the Recipe Keeper, guys. I had this in classic size and now mini size. This is new from the Happy Planners Foodie line. Super cute. Look at the design of it, y'all. It's just so pretty. So I'm using this for my keto recipes. And so that is another planner that I'm using. And then also I have to mention Erin just because her planners are so fabulous. This is a planner that I used for my business and social media planning. It's really not my favorite, but I just thought I would mention it because her planners are really, really good quality, and you'll love her planner so much if you like the coil system. I just like to be able to move things around, and so that's why I'm not using Erin Condren any longer, and this is my baby. My classic catch-all planner. So this is where I keep everything about my life in this planner. So I love having multiple sizes, so it does work really well for me to have a classic and then a skinny mini and a skinny classic. I just love kind of toggling between different sizes, and so this is the perfect size for my family planning and my life planning. So planners was first up on the list. You gotta have the planner, right? Because that's what this video is all about. And so let me show you once again, classic planner, skinny classic planner, skinny mini planner, and recipe keeper. These have been my favorite for 2019. These have been what I've been reaching for the most. These are what I'm in constantly all the time. I adore them. So these are the planners that are my favorite for 2019, along with everything that comes with them, like all the dangle charms and such that make your planner really stand out. My pin loop is attached to each and every one of these planners with the exception of this planner. And so that pin loop, I just have to have it. And so planners is up first. We love our planners, right? And so this is the 3 planners that I typically reach for and will reach for in 2020. So next up is planner covers. So I don't typically use planner covers all that much, but the one that I really, really adored in 2019, well, there's 2 that I'm going to mention. This is one of them. I know it's kind of dusty and dirty. This one is, I'll put a link below to it, but this one you can snap in your classic happy planner. I do have a video on my channel on how I hacked this. This isn't a hacked version. I actually shipped that off to someone, and I kept hers so I can hack it, and I was supposed to ship hers back to her, but instead I just shipped mine back to her, and so I'm gonna eventually have to hack this one. And so you just snap your classic happy planner inside of this, and that way you can have a clear cover. You can still see through it, and you can see your pretty cover that you have attached to your planner, but you have something to protect that cover. So I love this cover. It's just so darn cool. And so this cover, definitely a favorite of 2019. So again, I don't typically reach for covers, but when I do use a cover, this is probably the cover that I reach for. I did recently pick up also a inkwell press cover, which I really, really enjoyed using as well, but I really, really like this one. This one was my fave. So that's next up, covers. Gotta have a good cover, right? Next up on my list is a good pen. I love a good pen. So I had started out using one pen, and then I eventually moved into this pen. So we're talking about favorite things, right? So this right here, this pen is awesome. This is a Muji Pin. I'm really hoping you can see that, y'all. I love this pen. It writes so smoothly. I bought it in like a pack of 24. I adore it. It's my favorite pen, probably of all time. And so I definitely had to mention this pen. So if you've never tried this pen, I think you would really like it. Not sure if it comes in different like ink ballpoint tips, I guess you call them. I don't know. This one's 0.7. I'm not sure if it comes in like 0.5. I'm pretty sure it probably does, but this is the one that I use, and it has been working out so well. I think it's so pretty. You can actually take this off as well. You don't have to keep that Muji symbol on there. That comes off pretty easily. I just keep it on there. I don't know why. And so I really, really love this pen is what I'm trying to tell you. So I keep this in all of my planners, and it just writes perfectly for the way I like pens to write. I'm a little bit of a pen snob. I've tried several different pens over the years. There are a lot of pens that I really like, but this one has been my favorite by far. So next up is pens. All right. Next, we're gonna talk about washi. Now, I'm not a super huge washi girl. You guys know I have never been a super huge washi girl, but when I do reach for washi, it's gonna be rose gold. Is that a surprise? Yeah, so I love this rose gold washi. I just think it's super pretty. I tend to reach for this over any other washi when I do use washi, which is not very often. And so it's almost like a notable mention as opposed to a favorite thing, because it's really not my favorite thing, but these are my favorite washi colors. When I do reach for washi, I'll reach for these washi. So that's next up on the list, washi. All right, next we're gonna talk about tools, right? You need tools on planning to make it just easier. It's not a necessity, but I love using different tools. So first up, this is my tool bag, by the way. This is an Erin Condren planning pack, which I adore as well. So this is definitely on my planner favorite things. Also, it has a little elastic for you to attach to your planner if you choose to, but I typically just keep this in my drawer and I'll travel with it if I'm doing some planning on the go. And so there's lots of good things inside of here. First and foremost are tweezers. These are my favorite tweezers. I talk about these tweezers all the time. These are the Cricut brand tweezers. I love them so much. What you do is you press them just like so. Oop. And that way you can easily pick up an item as opposed to doing it the other way. Regular tweezers, when you press, it closes. These, when you press, it opens. So I love these tweezers. I use them all the time. You guys know I used to be a tweezer, not snob, but I used to be opposed to tweezers before because I just thought it was too much. And now I'm totally a part of the tweezer movement and loving it. So that's first and foremost. Next up is this Tombow adhesive. This is whiteout. Well, it's not adhesive, excuse me. Tombow whiteout. I love this stuff. I use it all the time, particularly when I was in my Erin Condren planner because I used to cover up the dates or the hours because it was an hourly planner. So now I still use this and I think it's just so smooth. I love it, and it comes like a pack of like a lot. And so I always buy the bulk pack. And I go through these a lot, so I definitely have to keep that in my tool bag. Next up is the Tombow adhesive. This is what I thought I was picking up before. Love this stuff. I use it all the time. It's great for when you're trying to use a Post-it note or sticky note in your spread or cardstock in your spread or put 2 pages together. It's just essential to me, and so I would definitely pick some of this stuff up if you can. I also love a good Sharpie. So what I use this for typically is for whiteboard planning. So this to me works out a little bit better than a wet erase marker, which I have in here as well from VisiViz. But this works out better for me because it stays on longer, it doesn't smudge. And then how you get it off is with like some acetone or some alcohol, and that'll get that off. Whereas the VisiViz, you just need water to remove it. So I've got that in here, and then I also have another Tombow in there. I also love my scissors. If I can get them out, I can show you. These are my favorite scissors. Love them. They're decorative, they're pretty, they're tiny, so they can get into those tight corners. I just love these, and I've been rocking with these for a long time. They're really sharp, so you got to be careful, but they're so pretty. And so I love the decorative aspect of them as well as the functionality of them. And I also love, you need a good slice tool as well. So the slice tool that I've been using lately, although I do have one of them in here, 2 of them in here, excuse me, is this one. So this is just a tool that you can use to slice excess stickers off or whatever you need to. It's good to have that in your tool bag. I also love a good ruler for washi planning and other things, measuring out, of course. And then I love the slice tool. I haven't been using it as much, but it's really cool. If you don't want to get that sharp razor, or if you don't want to use this, you can use this as a substitute, and the tip of it is different. It's safer and it still works just as good. So you'll love this. I was trying to make sure you were in focus. I also love this Sharpie pen. I have been going strong with this for a little bit, and then I switched up to the pen I'm using now. But as you can see, it has a thicker marker tip, so that way, I particularly used to use this for like hand lettering, and I loved the thickness of the ink, and so I have that in here, and I keep this as well. It is definitely one of my favorites. And let me see what else I have in this bag. And oh, this definitely has to be mentioned, my Tombow Foodnowski. I love this pen as well. I use this also for hand lettering, and so this is how that looks. So it's great for newbie hand letters, which is what I consider myself. I love it, and so I keep it attached to the top of my classic size Happy Planner, and then I keep one in my bag so I can use it on the go. So I definitely love that as well. And that is it that's inside of my bag in terms of tools. So I would definitely pick up a good tool bag. Happy Planner has lots of different bags you can use. Erin Condren has different bags. You can go to your local hobby store. Everybody has jumped on the planner bandwagon, so you should be able to find one. That way you can keep all your little tools in here to use for planning. So that's next up on the list, tools. And as you can see, I have a lot of them because I just enjoy planning, and I think that tools are essential to make sure that you can decorative plan in the right way. And that's what I do. I decorative plan. I functional plan too, but mostly decorative plan. All right, y'all, next up on the list is a good punch. Now, you guys know over the years I have gone through some punches, or over the last 2 years, I've tried out different punches from ARC to Happy Planner to Levenger. And my favorite punch is the Levenger. By far, I love this. I do have a video on my channel comparing Happy Planner punch versus ARC versus Levenger. This one is fantastic. I have tried 2 different versions of the Levenger. They do have a more commercial version, and then they have this version, which is still not that, it's not cheap. And then they have, I think, even a more basic model. So this one I use for my shop and just punching random pages. I believe it punches about, I've seen that it punches about 6 to 8 sheets, depending on how thick they are. And with my business, I use a thicker paper. And so for me, it punches about 5 sheets since I use, again, a different type of paper. So I love it. It opens down here for you to dump all the stuff off. I have hacked it, so I don't have all of the punches here because I only need a certain amount. And sometimes the other ones get in the way when I'm punching like covers and things like that. So this one is fantastic because I know the Happy Planner doesn't punch that many pages. I think it may only punch 1 page. This one is phenomenal. I actually had a couple of people pick this up through asking me my recommendations, and of course, since I love this, I suggested it. And so it does tell you like how deep the disc punch is. So it's not like the Happy Planner punch is in terms of the depth of it, which is what I like about the Happy Planner punch. And this one's great because it's in between the Happy Planner punch and the ARC punch. So I think it's fantastic. I would definitely recommend it, especially if you're punching on lots of things. You're definitely going to need a good punch. And for me, the Happy Planner doesn't really do it for me because it doesn't punch enough pages. Although I do like how the punch punches, if that makes sense. So next up is a good punch. So grab yourself a good punch. And again, I'm going to put all this stuff in the description box. So that way, if you're looking for any of these items, you'll know where to pick it up. And I get everything off Amazon. So you're going to see tons of Amazon links. So punch, guys, love this punch so much. All right, next up on my list, and this is just because I have an extreme obsession with it now, and I found out about it through a planner friend. Well, actually, she's my real life friend, but she's also a planner friend. And I do use it a lot when I'm planning, and that is my tumblers. You guys know I'm addicted to Starbucks tumblers, y'all. Why did I have to even find out about it? Because now I have to get every one. And this one I just picked up is rose gold, super pretty, y'all. I had to have it. And so a lot of times when I'm in my planning session, I make sure this is refilled and I will just sip on it while I'm planning. So it's just a notable mention, and it is a favorite thing. So it definitely does belong in this video. It's just not planner related. So I would definitely say, you know, have your favorite drink nearby so that way you can, you know, plan while you're sipping on a little something. All right, guys, so we are rounding this thing out. And so next up on my list, which you guys already knew I was going to mention, are half sheets. I love half sheets. They're like almost my favorite thing. I love them so much because they're easy to just pop in your planner. You can plan your entire week using a half sheet without having all the things or a full planner. So I love popping in a half sheet. So this is my half sheet notebook. You guys have seen a flip through of this on my channel. Adore it. And so I use this for note making, and I love taking notes. And so I'm going to talk you through a couple of things about this that are make it my favorite. One are my dashboards. I love dashboards now. This is something new that I implemented in 2019. I love dashboards. I have them in all of my planners. They really help to section everything off. And then it comes to, or gets to the planner part of this. And then I have all of my lists, which starts here. So within my list, of course, I have tons of half sheets that I use. And I'm transitioning this into a full Little Miss Fancy Plans half sheet notebook. So I'm using all of my inserts going forward. So I'm phasing out a lot of the Happy Planner inserts, which means I need to rewrite a lot of this stuff on my inserts. But I love half sheets, y'all. So I just wanted to show you guys a couple of them that I really love. So first and foremost, this is my to-do list. My to-do list half sheets. So as you can see at the top, it's got to-do list, and then it's got some dots for you to write in all of your to-dos. So I love this. And I just think having it be neutral is just very simple. And again, it makes those stickers really pop off the page. Also love master to-do lists. I have implemented a master to-do list. You guys know I typically pop one in at the beginning of every single month. So I love having a master to-do list in my planner. And that way I know what's on that master to-do list. I can start checking things off, and it kind of stays there until everything is done because it's a master to-do list. So it's like housing like a lot of your to-do lists until they're done. So that's a favorite. I also love this shopping list. It's not really a half sheet, it's like a quarter sheet. And I love how I wrote in on the side the name of the store that I need to shop at. And then I wrote in all of the items that I need to purchase from that store. So I love this one so much. And I love that it's a quarter sheet too, because it just looks different. And then I also love these because I feel like these are so classic, and I feel like they're easy to write with or use in terms of having it be all blank. You can write a little subject at the top in terms of what this is going to be used for, and then it is lined so that way you can write in all of those things based on what you have titled. So I use these a lot. That you're probably going to see that the most when it comes to this notes planner. And so those are a few of my favorite. I also have budget. I have lots of different ones. And so those are a few of my favorites. This is probably a top favorite as well, which is the Instagram feed planner. So that way, if you are on social media trying to grow, you like to plan out all of your posts, this is great for that. So again, I don't need to go through a whole thing about half sheets. I probably can make a whole video about half sheets, but I just wanted to show you some of my favorites. You guys, if you have been following my channel for a long time, you already know how I feel about half sheets. I don't really even need to explain it to you. You already know. And so I thought I would just show you guys a few of my favorite half sheets, so that way you can kind of get the sense of what I mean, you know, and how much I really, really adore them. And so again, I have been using a lot of my half sheets just because I have them now, and I love the neutrality of them and how simple they are to use. And so that's pretty much what I've been reaching for right now, are just my half sheets. I do have a whole nother notebook of Happy Planner half sheets. So I do still use Happy Planner half sheets. It's just that if I'm going to reach for a half sheet, it's going to be for my shop. And I also love a good cover. So covers is definitely one of my favorite things as well. And this has been my favorite cover from my shop all year. And so I definitely wanted to mention that as well. So hopefully I'm not jumbling everything all together, because I do want it to be simple and I want it to be separate so you can see like these items individually. But since this planner is put together, it's just easy for me to just say, hey, by the way, I love this, I love this, I love this. But I love all things about having some good half sheets in your planner to just either make a notebook like this or pop them into your classic size Happy Planner. So half sheets had to be on the list, right? It almost should be number one, although I'm not going in any particular order. It's definitely probably within my top 3 half sheets. All right, guys, so we have come to the final part of this 2019 Quita's favorite things. Last up on my list, you know I always have to be dramatic about this. If you watch my last year's video, you already know how dramatic I am when it comes to stickers. We love stickers. This is probably the main reason why we are planning. If we love decorative planning, we have to have stickers to go along with it, right? So let me talk you through some of my favorite sticker books from 2019 and some other sticker, I guess they're considered stickers as well. So let me talk you through that. So first and foremost, I have been loving the journaling cards, or the journaling stickers. So what they do, they are some stickers that you can pull off, and they have a little flip up, if you can see from these directions here. So basically, if I can pull one out for you, I'll show you. And there's gonna be several different varieties of these, but like this one flips up. So the sticky part is underneath here. And then they have some that flip over. They have bigger ones that flip up, that flip over. So it's really cool to just pop that in your planner, have that little inspiration on the outside. And then, so it's kind of like the best of both worlds. You get a little inspiration out here, and then it's still functional. When you flip it open, you can write in your to-dos or whatever you need to use these for. So I would definitely say journaling cards are definitely on my list. And this is something that Happy Planner just implemented in 2019. And they have tons of varieties of these. So my favorite right now, wellness. I also love the farmhouse. You guys know I love farmhouse stuff. And then this is not necessarily a favorite. I just pulled it out for reference, but I also love the colorful boxes one. They have a colorful boxes one that I have 2 of. So now let's talk about stickers. These are my favorite stickers. I love everything. I love all the stickers. There's tons of sticker books on my cart back there, as you can see. I have over 100 sticker books. I don't even know. I've lost count by now. But these are my favorite of 2019. So first and foremost, we have journaling. I love the journaling because it's neutral, black and white. You can really use them in your spread and still have other colorful stickers around them. These are very functional. You can also color them in. I've got lots of boxes and decor and things like that to really jazz up your planning. So I would definitely pick this up if you don't have that already. I also love, y'all, wellness. Wellness was one of my favorite of 2019. I love the color scheme of it. It's super pretty sticker book. They have it in mini and classic, and it just pairs very well for fitness or wellness planning. And it's just a really, really pretty sticker book. And I love all the prompts and everything about the sticker books. I definitely I picked up 2 of the mini and 1 of the classics. So this one is a great sticker book to add to your collection. This one is going to be on every year's. They have 4 colorful boxes now. So this is the OG colorful box. I have 5 or 6 of these on my cart because I use them all the time. I'm always picking one up when I'm at the craft store. So I would definitely, this is a staple item for every single decorative planner. So I love colorful boxes. It is essential if you're a decorative planner. It's very functional as well. So I definitely have to keep these and use these all the time. So whenever I'm on the go planning, I always reach for this, and then I'll pick a decorative or more decorative type sticker book to plan out my spread. So that's it, y'all. Those are my favorite things. So as you can see, if you look at last year's video, which is always going to be at the top of my feed in YouTube until I replace it probably with this one, you can see my 2019 or 2018 planner favorite things. So that way you can see how things have kind of evolved from last year to this year. And so those are my favorite things, guys. I just definitely wanted to share them with you so you can see what I'm digging right now and what I'm reaching for. So hopefully you love this video. You got a little inspiration out of it, and you found maybe something you want to use in your planner lineup for 2020, which is right around the corner, which means you'll give me a thumbs up on this video and also consider subscribing to my channel. So thanks so much for stopping by. It means the world to me that you're here. 2020, y'all. Can you believe it? Yeah, so I'm sure my whole list is going to be somewhat different next year as well. So make sure to keep following my channel so you can see all of the changes that occur in 2020 and how my planning style evolves over this next year, which I'm super excited about, by the way. So again, thanks for stopping by. Hopefully you'll come back and join me for another video, in which case I'll see you then.